Yo, what's good, gamers? Welcome back to GobyGameZero, your go-to spot for crushing it in the sickest games out there. Today we're diving deep into Elden Ring, Nightreign to break down the Executor, a straight-up badass class that's all about melee mayhem. If you're into slicing and dicing, pulling off Sekiro-style parries, or just want to dominate every fight with style, this video's for you. Over the next 10 minutes, I'm gonna hook you up with everything you need to master Executor. Stats, skills, killer weapons, and how to shine in a squad. Plus, I'll throw in some epic fails from my own runs to keep it real. You ready? Crank up the volume, and let's roll. Alright, let's talk about what makes the Executor so freaking cool. This class is a melee beast, built to hold the front line with a playstyle that screams Sekiro meets Elden Ring Samurai. If you loved rocking the Samurai class or live for dex builds, Executor is your jam. Its signature move? A silky smooth parry mechanic tied to a cursed sword that lets you clown on enemies like a pro duelist. In a party, you're the main DPS, shredding foes with lightning-fast melee combos. Nail your parries, and you can tank like a champ too. But here's the catch. Executor's health and defense aren't exactly tanky, so if you miss a parry, you're gonna feel the pain. Reflexes are everything. When I first tried this class, I thought, parrying's easy. Nope. Got smashed by a boss in seconds. Lesson learned. Good news? The parry window here is way more forgiving than Elden Ring's Buckler or even Sekiro. It's like they gave you a cheat code for deflecting. Just don't get cocky. Let's get into the nitty-gritty. Executor's stats and weapon choices. You've got solid health and stamina, perfect for long melee brawls, but your FP is pretty low, so don't expect to spam weapon skills or cast spells like a sorcerer. With an S-tier dex scaling and a touch of arcane, this class is made for fast, deadly weapons. Stick to katanas, claws, daggers, curved swords, or whips. These scale like a dream with dex and pump out serious damage. Steer clear of heavy stuff like greatswords, colossal weapons, or giant hammers. Your strength stat just ain't cut out for them. For weapons, you gotta hunt for the good stuff. Rivers of Blood is the GOAT. Its corpse piler skill unleashes a flurry of blood slashes that stack bleed like nobody's business, scaling perfectly with dex and arcane. I once melted a boss in under 20 seconds with this thing. Felt like I was hacking the game. Hand of Millennia is another banger with S-tier arcane scaling, though its skill isn't as clutch. If you're lucky enough to snag both, dual wield them for maximum flex. Other solid picks, Nagakiba, Uchigatana, Moonveil, or Midoric. All common drops and super reliable. Look for weapons with bleed, poison, or frost buildup to crank up your damage. Bows with dex scaling can work in a pinch if you're stuck fighting at range, like against those annoying bosses that keep dodging your melee swings. I had to resort to a poison bow once to chip away at a flying jerk before closing in. Not ideal, but it got the job done. Pro tip, dual-wield katanas instead of two-handing. Swapping to the cursed sword for parries messes up your two-hand setup every time, and trust me, that gets old fast. Now for the fun part, Executor's skills. These are what make this class an absolute blast to play. Passive, Tenacity. This passive kicks in when you get hit with a status effect, like bleed or poison, or clear one, giving you a 20% attack boost and faster stamina regen for about 20 seconds. Sounds dope, but it's tricky to trigger since you don't want to be eating status effects all day. My hack? Use seppuku to self-inflict bleed, pop the buff, and go ham with Rivers of Blood. The damage is nuts. Still, compared to other class, passives, Tenacity's a bit situational. You'll get some random procs from certain bosses, but don't count on it being your main game plan. Suncatcher. This is the heart and soul of Executor. Activate Suncatcher to whip out a cursed sword that lets you parry almost any attack with a super generous timing window, easier than Sekiro's deflects. Nail the parry, and it costs 0 stamina. Miss it, and you're either eating damage or burning stamina. My advice? Parry early, not late. I learned that the hard way after getting flattened one too many times. After 4 successful parries, your sword glows, unlocking a beefed-up slash skill that you can save for later. Smart move is to rack up parries on small fry, then unleash the charge slash on a boss for big damage. Downsides? You move like a snail in Suncatcher mode, just walking, no sprinting, so it's rough against mobile bosses. Also, the sword's damage falls off late game compared to your regular weapons, so use it for parries, not offense. The real game changer? Switch parrying. Swap to the cursed sword right as an attack's coming, deflect it, then swap back to your main weapon to keep dishing out pain. It took me a solid week to get this down, but once you do, you'll feel like a samurai god. Oh, and Suncatcher can parry pretty much everything. Status-infused attacks, roars, you name it. It's also clutch for reviving down teammates since you can parry spam to keep bosses off you while you help out. Ultimate. Aspects of the Crucible Beast. This ultimate turns you into a massive Crucible Beast for 15 seconds, and it's pure chaos. You get 4 attacks, a 4-hit light combo, right swipe, left swipe, double swipe, slam, a 3-hit heavy combo, right swipe, 360 spin swipe, slam, a long-range roar to clear mobs or revive teammates from afar, and a final AoE blade swipe that ends the ultimate early. Light combos deal better DPS, so spam those first. Save the big swipe for the last few seconds to max out your damage. I once used that final swipe to wipe out a whole pack of enemies. Felt like I was in a Michael Bay movie. The ultimate fully heals you on activation, which is a lifesaver when you're low on health. But heads up, if you take too much damage in beast mode, it'll carry over to your human form when the ultimate ends. Luckily, your health pool is beefier in this mode, so you can tank a few hits. Damage scales hard with levels. Going from level 5 to 10 boosts your output by like 50%. Insane. To build a god-tier Executor, aim for dual Nagakibas with frost or poison effects. Hit level 7 by the first night, and hunt for Rivers of Blood plus a smithing stone to upgrade a Nagakiba to purple. Talismans like Green Turtle, faster stamina, Regen, or Millicent's Prosthesis, Dex boost, are must-haves. For relics, prioritize stuff that buffs Dex, Health, Arcane, or Stamina. Completing the Executor questline by taking down some Night Lords unlocks awesome relics, like ones that heal you when charging the Cursed Sword or roaring in ultimate form. Those are game changers. I once grabbed a relic that boosted Dex on guard, paired it with Rivers of Blood, and my damage was straight up unfair. Look for relics that improve guarding, like Health Regen on block, or ones that draw aggro to help you tank. Executor's chalices are an urn, red, yellow, yellow. A goblet, red, blue, green, and a chalice, red, yellow multicolor. Use them to juice up your stats. Executor's super versatile and fits into any squad. If you're with squishy teammates like mages, step up as the tank, parrying like a boss to give them room to rain spells from afar. I ran with 2 mages once, kept the boss locked on me with parries, and we smoked it in under 2 minutes. If your team's got a tank like a guardian, chill and focus on pumping out DPS solo. Executor's a beast. Since every attack's coming your way, it's easier to stack parries and charge your cursed sword. Pro tip, use the ultimate's roar to revive teammates from a distance and keep a backup weapon with defensive effects, like health regen on guard. Always lean on light combos in ultimate form for max DPS, and practice switch parrying to juggle offense and defense like a pro. And there you go, everything you need to make Executor your ticket to owning Nightreign. This high-risk, high-reward class is perfect for Sekiro fans, or anyone who loved the Elden Ring Samurai. Master your parries, grab the right weapons, and you'll be untouchable. Got any sick Executor tips? Drop them in the comments. I want to hear them. If you found this guide helpful, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss our next banger. Thanks for watching. Y'all, now get out there and tear up Nightreign. Catch you on the battlefield.